Well, I think I'll talk in particular about Sobha, how Sobha Realty has performed in the last few quarters, last 3 quarters. We had phenomenal response from our investor base. We have seen that after the dip in 2020 during the pandemic time and prior to that, the resurgence has really happened. And then we have handed over during the pandemic. We managed to continue with all the construction and handed over the buildings as committed. It really helped us, got humongous response during the first few quarters. To be honest, we are 80% of the 2021 target achieved in the first 2 quarters itself. So, and we see this momentum continuing. That's what we have been seeing the last few months after. And with Expo, it is definitely going to give further boost. So let's hope things continue, and we are already seeing the market in a very upbeat mood.
For me, I'm always positive about the market of Dubai, and I think Dubai market is really coming back to normal. That's my opinion. We have seen it also in our, like Deyaar, we just announced the Regalia Tower, which we have sold like 60 to 70%, which was really, that shows how the market is really responding very strong. In addition, Dubai always proven a track that even in the pandemic, they went very swiftly, and we came, like in Abu Dhabi, and here it is almost zero COVID. And I think this is one of the main countries where really COVID is zero, and we are going back to normal. So I can see that even post the Expo, and as you can see that more than 190 countries is participating in Expo. That all shows really a strong track of Dubai, and that the response of everyone.
I have to agree with the gentleman. Definitely we have a very positive outlook for the real estate market going forward. I mean, this is not by chance. First of all, the government has done phenomenal effort to be able to leave Dubai as a fully functional space. Perhaps I think the lockdown was a couple of weeks or something like that. In other countries it was a couple of months. Here it was only a couple of weeks, and then the measures that have been taken. So it's not by chance that this is happening. It's not, Dubai is a nice place, we want to do this. So that's number one. Number two, of course, the infrastructure of the country and the efforts that the government has been doing, and the facilities and everything has made Dubai that place that is sustainable and resilient. So I think we're seeing a lot of resilience. We're happy the way the market is evolving. I think everybody's seeing the trends the past 3-4 months is unprecedented. We're back to levels we were like 4 or 5 years ago, or even 6 years ago. So we're quite optimistic about it, and we are definitely coming to the market with a new product, and we think it's going to be a good period ahead of us.
One thing which we have taken up as the future is off-site fabrication, modular construction, because this enables us to have better quality control. We are scaling up with almost thousands of units being delivered every year on year, and we believe that to get into that lean process management, better quality management, it will help. The way forward is bringing in modular and other off-site fabrication methods. Of course, that gives you a huge opportunity to bring robotics, that gives you opportunity to bring innovation, process control. On top of it, technology is seriously disrupting the construction industry. So that's great news, because earlier it was one of the industries who wanted to keep themselves away and just restrict to brick and mortar. Today, we are on a digitalization drive. The way we are doing our entire design to construction process it's completely digital. We are into BIM modeling. We are into quality process is managed through a cloud-based software. By 2021, we want to go complete digital in terms of construction. Why digital? Because that gives you better control on quality and process.
Automation is the future, definitely, and everybody is looking for robotics, automation now in too many different types. We can talk about, as Francis said, the modular, the BIM. Even we started seeing more development in automation. I can give you examples, the drone. Even the drone now has been used for the surveying, which is very important, which is more accurate. I can talk about safety as well. I mean, I think robotic and all will give more safety and more attention to details. But definitely with all automation, you will have challenges as well, which is, I mean, the labor, will people, how they will really react on this. But it is a fact that robotic and automation. Now the new also technology which is being used, I believe, but not really widely, it's the 3D printing. I mean, 3D printing now, it's really coming into service, I can say. But still, they need some work on it. But it is something, and I think they started here in Dubai. They have done 1 or 2 buildings with the 3D printing technology, which is again robotic or all automated. So in design, you will need it. In building, you will need it. For safety, you will need it. And it's all about computerization and all.
Of the AI, robotics on BIM is very important. Prefab is very important because it's a controlled environment as compared to on-site works. On-site works, there is a lot of wastage happening over there. When you do prefab, it's a controlled, wastage is minimized, recycled and reused. So that's a key differentiation factor. So basically, I agree 100% with what they're saying, and I think that's the best way to go. All of that leads into sustainability. So it's not just about efficiency. Efficiency leads into sustainability, leads into cost saving, and a lot of other benefits to the developer and to the customer as well. So 100% spot on. I think it's not that difficult to really bring, catch the attention of the KSA buyers. One thing I can comes, on top of the priority list for KSA buyers is really community living. I think they're keen to be in an environment where there is community living. They have very close access to the mall, to the cinema, to the entertainment, to the, the office, and all of that. It's not a secret. This is lacking in Saudi Arabia. Traditionally Saudi Arabia has been residential in one place, office in one place, mall in one place, and so forth. Now it's changing, definitely. I mean, I've witnessed the changes myself, and the changes are happening, still happening, and I believe they will continue to happen. So I think creating that environment for them that is to human scale, and I stress on to human scale because you can create magnificent and very big thing, and this is very important. And you find a lot of, there is a differentiation between to human scale and automotive scale. Automotive scale is a location where you need a car to drive around. The human scale, we can go by foot or something. So I think creating development to human scale is going to attract Saudis, putting all the right ingredients in one place. There will always be Saudi who would love to have, living on a residential building on the 70th floor. There will always be that, or living in a villa, or doing all of that's going to be there all the time. But I think from my discussions and with a lot of people in Saudi Arabia and the developments I was doing in Saudi Arabia, which are exactly that: lifestyle, mixed-use destination, a lot of co-living, co-working space. You can't imagine, the demand that young Saudis have to be in co-living spaces, with co-working spaces, with F&B, small community, with indoor, outdoor, nice seating places, nice seating area. The demand is humongous. We see it in Saudi Arabia, and I think it's no different here as well in the UAE.
You have to understand their culture as well, what they need in terms of design. So if you really design what they love, and it's close proximity, so you can understand what really they are looking for, and that's part where if you want really to sell for Saudi or to attract Saudi here, in addition definitely to the malls and the close proximity of everything, but definitely you have to understand their culture, the privacy, how is the layout, and all this will play a role also how to attract Saudi people for this market when you talk about real estate, of course.
I think as a market, Dubai has welcomed people from all over the world, and we know how to build it according to everyone's taste. So. And how to make great developments. I don't think we need to do anything specific more. Dubai has mastered it over the years. So I don't think we have to do anything more to make it specific for one particular region or the nationality. It's a global city, it's a global culture, and we are building it for that audience. Well, this is a progressive step. It doesn't stop anywhere. It's right start from the design, right from the start from the master plan. How do you balance open space to the commercial space? Then it starts with the building engineering, what kind of materials what you choose, what kind of insulation what you use, what's the choice of the glass what you make, how do you bless more light, less heat inside, the kind of MEP services what you put, how do you ensure that the air conditioning is one of the biggest costs in this part of the world, and then how do you recover the heat from the exhaust air. There's so many aspects to it. So I think it has to be the principle of your development. You choose to make a more sustainable, environmentally friendly and the right thing for your customer. It doesn't stop. It goes to the kind of material, right from the light fittings to the sanitary fittings, to where you consume less water, where you consume less power, where you use automation for optimization. Building automation is a very important aspect because you monitor the performance of each of your machines, and then you decide whether your machines are working on optimal capacity or optimal energy efficiency. When you need the right kind of maintenance to ensure that the machines are working to the right design parameters. I believe there's no end to it. It just continues. IoT is penetrating. How do you ensure IoT is there in all the machines so that you get the right kind of, as all of us know, brand new machine works to a high efficiency. As years go by, the efficiency goes down. You can take it longer by ensuring you monitor the performance of each of them through IoT. Today that advantage is there. We have taken quite a few steps. We have got a centralized management of all our buildings. Fortunately, as Raja and Khaled mentioned, it reflects on your service charges. We have been very successful in that. Our service charges have probably, I don't want to talk about how it is there in the industry. We are able to bring at least 40 to 50% saving than what is generally the standards, and thanks to the kind of intent what we had in the beginning of the development, beginning of the building engineering. I think it's a continuing process. Intent, design process, implementation, monitoring, sustaining it through is very important when it comes to sustainability.
One important thing as well is retrofitting. This is often neglected. That I agree that you have to do everything from the beginning, but what if you have a property that it's already constructed, and then you need to do something about it? And we are doing this in our property. We're looking back, trying to see how we can retrofit some energy saving solutions, working on the fenestration, putting some films on the glass, perhaps installing building management system, which is extremely important. Today you have these AI driven systems that you put it learns from you. So first of all, the first week it doesn't do anything. It watches you when you're turning off and on lights and AC, what time you're sleeping. There are motion detectors and stuff. It sees who's moving, who's not moving. So it learns in a week's time or 10 days. And then after that you put it on auto mode, and suddenly you don't have to touch anything. The AC turns on and off before you come home, after you leave. Water heater, same thing. The lights turn off, you can forget the light, sleep, and then everything turns off. You can have your small chandelier on the side turning. It really runs. So that technology is amazing, and unfortunately you don't see it. You tell me today when you go see, I don't want to talk about all the units, but you see a lot of units in the market that have nothing on that. You come in, it's a bare unit. Okay, you don't find BMS and some developers are having that, and this is great. We are having this in our project going forward. All our projects come with building management system. It's there, it's not optional, you don't pick it. So when you come into our unit, you find the BMS, we tell the customer everything is going to be controlled, it's going to be there. So you don't find that a lot, unfortunately. And today, I'll tell you from our perspective, we're targeting today generation Y and Z, and these people know a lot about sustainability, about energy saving, and they look for things like that, and they will ask, and they will tell you, what do you have in your building that is different from, I've seen another unit over there, what is different? And it's an important thing, it's a selling point. The ultimate thing is not really selling, but it is a selling point, and it's quite accepted by the market. So retrofitting, transmitting the right message, and knowing how to leverage on the entire situation eventually.
Yes, it is starting from the design efficiency and energy saving and the service charges. And as they used to say, like, we are building for tomorrow, not only for today. Maybe most of us just focus on this today, but we have to think about 10 years, 20 years down the line, that the buildings has to really sustain, not like we build, we sell, and then that's it.